Hello and welcome to lesson 4 of the Arabic alphabet. So today we're learning 2 more consonants and 2 more vowels. Lesson 3 was quite heavy, I think, and you really need to be sure to master it before you jump to lesson 4. Lesson 4 will be a bit lighter than lesson 3, but please be sure that you master lesson 3 and you've been through the readings and you practice and your reading is smooth and that you know well the letters that we've seen so far, because I'm building on them and I'm adding, when we go with new lessons, adding more consonants and vowels. So today we have 2 consonants, dal, that's the name, dal, and zal, that's the name. So this one is a regular D, dal, and this one is the sound th, this, like in English, this. So this is D, and this is the. Zal. It's the interdental that corresponds to this one, so we have dal, zal. Then we have 2 vowels. This one is called ḍamma, and it's the U sound. U. It's a short U. Just like we had a short A, then we have a short U. And this one, just like we had the double fatha, here we have the double ḍamma. So this doesn't look exactly like 2 ḍamma next to one another, but it is actually. And the sound of it is un. Just like we had here A and an, then we have U and un. And un, just like an, is only found at the end of the word, and it has a grammatical purpose and meaning. We will see this. So this is u, un. So dal, zal, di, the, u, un. So far we've seen so many letters, and then these 4 vowels. So just like we do every time, let me introduce you to how we write them. This is the isolated form, this is the initial form, and this letter does not connect on the left, so its initial form is just like the isolated form. It connects only on the right. So here this is the middle form, which is the same as the final form. Why? Because the letter does not connect on the left. So here it looks as if it was the end of the word, but it's not. And we will see examples. This is the isolated, similar to the initial, middle, similar to the ending. And in exactly the same way, if now I write the zal, so it happens the same, just adding a dot on it. So here we have just exactly the same way. We have the isolated zal, initial zal, middle zal, and final zal. And just like I was adding the fatha to go da, or the double fatha with its alif to say dan, in the same way I have du and I have dun. And here I do not need to add any support consonant or support letter to support the un, so it just goes un. So we have da, dan, du, and dun. And in the same manner here, za, zan. So now we have zu and zun, only in final position. So what happens if we now try to write words with these 2 new consonants and use the consonant that we had before? For example, if we begin with a word with a dal, and we write, for example, let's say the word dababa, da-ba-ba. So what you see here is that it looks as if the word was split, because that letter does not connect on the left, but this is only one word, dababa, and then we use the initial form for the next consonant, because this does not connect on the left. Okay. For example, if I write that word, This is an actual word, it means the bear. Dub, a bear. Then we have, I mean, it looks like two isolated letters, but actually it's one word. Actually it's one word, and it's pronounced dub. Now if my dal is in the middle, I would go, for example, let's say tadaba. So here, tadaba. Let's add some vowels on that. What's going on here? Okay, there was a line on the right side. Tadaba. Tadaba. So here the letter is connected on the right, but not on the left. Tadaba. If I want to use my new vowels, I can say tadabun. Oh, this does not mean anything. Tadabun. And in the final form, let's go, for example, jahada, jahada, here, jahada, so the letter is connected on the right side, jahada, and it's the final form, jahada. So initial form, as we have here, the middle form, as we have here, and this one here, final form. For example, if I write this one, jada, because the alif itself does not connect on the left, then we have the dal here, the final form is actually the isolated form, because the alif does not connect on the left itself. So as you see, you really have to know, but this would become automatic, I mean, when you see them, to realize that letters, some of them, 6 of them actually, do not connect on the left. And if you find them in the same word, sometimes it can get a bit weird, like here, this one seems to be two letters not connected, this one seems to be something split in the middle. So this is regular, and it's because of the behavior of each separated letter. So this one, alif, does not connect on the left, so if I put it next to this one, it doesn't happen, nothing happens. Okay, and then if I do the same kind of exercise with the zal, no difference at all. For example, whatever, zaja, zaja. So here I want to add a small letter, short vowel, zaja. So initial form of my zal, not connected to the left, zaja. If I use now, let's say a middle form, try tadaba, tadaba. Okay, so here you see what happens, just like we had here, tadaba. We can connect it use it as the final, khudh. This is an actual word, it means take, it's the imperative, khudh. So here we have the final form connected to the right. Okay, so I think none of this is so complicated, because the shape of the letter is recognizable easily, connected or not connected. The only thing is that you have to realize that these 2 letters plus the alif, they do not connect on the left. Zaja, it's one word. Tadaba, khudh. Dababa, dub. Tadabun, jahadun, jahada, sorry, and jada. Okay, so I've prepared some reading exercise, just like for previous lessons. So here they are. So be sure to read them, to listen to them first, to really check what you see, what you hear, and then practice. As I said, I recommend that you stop the video before listening to my voice, try to pronounce it, listen to the pronunciation, and practice as many times as possible until your reading is smooth and you have no hesitation. So let's go. We begin here. Da, za, da, za, du, dun, daz, zadun, dab, daba, dabu, dabun, tudad, tadadun, jada, حاد بتاد جحاذ خاذ دادا بجد ثب ذب خذ حجد داجب تتابد دجاج. Actually, this one is a real word, it means chicken. So, today we had two new consonants, dal and thal, do not connect on the left, plus two diacritics. The first one is a short u, and this one is a double ḍamma, pronounced un. So we have dal, zal, ḍamma, and two ḍammas. Here we've covered so far those letters from the alphabet, plus those signs, here those diacritics, from the letters that are not in the alphabet. So we have a, an, u, un. Here it's the shape, because the letter does not connect on the left. The initial is the isolated is like the initial, the middle is like the final. We just add a dot to for the zal. Then we did some practice and realized that sometimes the word is split, but it's actually one word. Here it's split, it's actually one word, etc. Here, because it's at the end and every other letter connects on both sides, here it looks more regular. And here, because the alif does not connect on the left. Okay, and then we had a reading exercise. Practice hard and see you in lesson 5. Bye bye.